Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Progress with number 4 in the series Compositions. This time I have 3 mate in 2 compositions for you. Mate in 2 compositions which I quite liked. Hope you like them too. Let's get into it. This composition was made in 1952 by a composer of the name of O.Stambuk. White to play and mate on the second move. Of course, you should not look at this position with a chess player's game eye. This has nothing to do with a practical game. It's about showing a mate in 2 idea. And this one is quite nice. If you want to look for yourself, you can put the video on hold. There's only one first move that leads to mate in 2. I'll give the solution now. The first move is king d4 to e4, which looks a bit surprising because it's away from the black king. And now we have a star solution, because the black king has now 4 squares to go to and there's a different mate on each of them. If the king goes to a3, then knight c4 is checkmate. If the king goes to c3, then knight a4 is checkmate. King a1 leads to bishop d4 checkmate, and finally king c1 leads to knight d3 checkmate. Different checkmate moves on each of those 4 star king moves. There are no other legal moves for black, so this is the solution. King e4, then the black king goes to any of those 4 squares and gets checkmated on the next move. Quite a nice composition from Mr. O.Stambuk from 1952. Let's go to the second one. This composition from R.Asplund from 1957, white to play and checkmate the black king on the second move. Again, if you want to look for the solution, white has queen and rook. How can we checkmate black on the second move? The solution is rook c8 to d8. That's the only first move that leads to checkmate on the second move. If the bishop on c4 plays, then either the b5 square comes available with checkmate or the d5 square. So let's look, for example, at bishop f1. That gives up the d5 square, so queen d5 is checkmate. And if the bishop goes the other way to keep the d5 square under control, bishop a2, then queen b5 is checkmate because the b5 square is no longer under black's control. So it really is a zugzwang position. If black was not allowed to make any move, then there would be no checkmate. But black has to move. Let's look at the other options that black has. So playing the bishop from c4 leads to checkmate. What if we play the other bishop? Well, that bishop only has one move, bishop a7. Then queen takes c7 is checkmate because the c7 pawn is no longer protected. And finally, black has one more move to try, and that is c7, c6. And then there is another nice checkmate with queen d4, because now the pawn is preventing the black king from going to c6. So a nice zugzwang position. Hope you liked it too. R.Asplund 1957. Let's look at the last one. This one is from M.Benoit or M.Benoit from 1975. White to play and checkmate on the second move. Again, if you want to look, put the video on hold. I'll give the solution now. The only way to get to checkmate in 2 moves is by sacrificing your queen. Quite spectacular. Queen f6 to a6 is the solution. Well, let's first just take that queen, b takes a6. Well, then rook b8 is checkmate. So you cannot do that. And again, it's a zugzwang position. If black was allowed not to make a move, there would be no checkmate, but he has to make a move. Let's say he plays b6 or b5. Then queen takes c8 is checkmate. That's why the queen had to go to a6. And finally, black can move with its bishop, and if you place the bishop anywhere on the diagonal, let's say h3, then it gives up the protection of the b7 pawn, and then queen takes b7 is checkmate. Quite simple, only a handful of pieces on the board, but a nice key move, queen a6, sacrificing the queen. 3 light compositions, hope you enjoyed them. I found them quite elegant. If you liked them, please give it the thumbs up. Please subscribe to the Chess to Progress channel. I'm looking forward to your comments, and if you liked the video, it would be great if you could share it on social media. Click the share button on YouTube. You also may want to check out my Chess to Impress channel. The link is in the description box. This is Rick from Chess to Progress. Thank you very much for watching.